Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the best weapons and survive the Undead. So if you've seen my tutorial, my guide on how to play the game, you'll have seen that I talk about the 1000-point weapon. And you get a random weapon, and they're generally way better than what you have, especially on the walls and stuff you can buy, so that's what you want to go for all the time. However, there's some weapons that are way better than others. So here I will be talking about these weapons. So typically what you'll want to do is but buy again. Well, first buy your weapon, upgrade your stuff, then re-roll until you get one of these weapons. So the one you can see right now is the pulse carbine combined with the bulldog. And this one is one of the really good ones because it has, as a pulse carbine, it overheats, so you don't need to reload it, so you can easily cool it down. And it has a really good fire rate, and its DPS, its damage is just so good. You can literally just, as you can see in the gameplay in the background, you can literally melt the enemies. It's really got also some good ammo, because a lot of the times the ammo also depends on the gun. If it has too little ammo, then you can easily run out very quick even if it's good. So the pulse carbine with the bulldog is really good, so that's literally one of the best to get. So then the one you're seeing right now is similar. It's the heat wave with the bulldog, and it's quite similar to the other one. However, it has more sort of area, so it's more spread out, and it's like more spread out but less overall damage, but it's still really good to use. Right there I just ran out of ammo, so I had to, switch to my other weapon so you can see how good it is. But generally, yes, you'll still want to use it, and that's if you have it, yeah, use it. The disadvantage is that you do need to reload it, and less ammo. So similarly, another pulse carbine weapon is the pulse carbine with the shock rifle. And that is really good because in general, pulse carbines tend to be good weapons, and the heat waves, they tend to be good weapons. This weapon basically takes the shock rifle, and it does a lot of, it's really rapid, so it's good against groups of enemies too, whereas the one with the bulldog is good against one-on-one enemies, although you can still, shoot multiple enemies. This one's really good when there's multiple enemies grouped up, because the shockwave, not the shockwave, but the electric arc will travel between enemies, so that's really a really good useful case. And it doesn't take that much ammo. You can see the ammo, it's going down, but at a fair pace. Some other weapons similar to the shock rifle, like that also use the shock rifle, tend to be consume too much ammo. Generally, the shock rifle weapons have good ammo, but this one has better ammo, and again, no need to reload, which is very annoying with other weapons. And it just travels through other enemies. It's pretty good, and you can, I think, pretty much get the headshot for bonus damage. So this is a pretty good one to have. If you have it, good, you can stick with it. One of the weapons I really recommend using. But it definitely is better than the other shock rifle weapons. So this one, I definitely recommend it. And you can see the gameplay speaks for itself, doesn't it? So good damage, good DPS. This is one of the good against multiple enemies, but you can also headshot enemies for single higher DPS. And don't forget to get your ammo as well. So next up is one of the other really great weapons, which is another shock rifle weapon, but it's with the heat wave. And this is one of the very much delete all weapons. There's another similar to this. So this shock rifle and the other one we just talked about with the pulse carbine, those are some of the best. So one of the advantages about this one is that it has a big arc. You can hit multiple enemies at a distance with it, and it shoots a lot. So it will again travel through the enemy, so good when there's a bunch of enemies together, and it will like delete them. It's really effective. You do need to reload the weapon, so that's one of the downsides of it, but it's generally pretty good. So you have 3 shots, and then you have to reload. This is way better than like the battle rifle version. See, if there's a group of enemies and it shocks them even up there, really good for that. So when you get overwhelmed, this is typically good, especially when you have the vampirism, like when you upgrade your health. This goes for the other weapons too, but when you go for the health upgrade, you can get your shields back. You see the overshield getting on top, that's the health I'm getting back. So you can definitely get a lot of health back, especially in the later rounds when you definitely need way more health. The ammo is pretty good as well, so you don't have to worry about running out after reloading twice like some of the other weapons. And yeah, this is one of the must-haves, and you can see the gameplay speaks for itself. It deletes enemies very well. There is definitely one that also deletes enemies a lot, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, you can see from the footage, even the big chieftain ones, they get down very easily. And this group of enemies, it took 2 shots to deal with them. And remember guys, revive your teammates. So this is definitely one of the weapons you want to have. So a little bit more of the gameplay footage here because that's so many enemies. And yeah, you have to be careful when reviving teammates because you're vulnerable, you're not fighting back, so you can easily get killed. Well, you'll lose health if you're just standing around, so it's hard. Sometimes you have to balance it out, you know. Do I revive now, or do I wait a little bit, kill more enemies, then revive? So I ran out of ammo there, but you know, it has good ammo. Just, you know, be sure you can get back to your ammo. So that's a really great weapon. And here's the chieftain of the banished, Escharum, you know, getting melted. It's pretty good against Escharum. One of the tactics when fighting against Escharum is you want to make sure that you take out his shields. He'll be invulnerable, kill enemies, run away, take out his health, then take out his shields, and so on until he dies. So remember, he'll be invulnerable, so just alternate between the shields and the health. This is another of those similar weapons, Heat Wave with the sniper rifle. And this is the other weapon I was talking about that's really good. That's a Heat Wave 2. It's the other quintessential delete all weapon. If you have this, oh my, you'll be able to destroy enemies. It has a good firing arc, and pretty much nearly everything you touch will die instantly. The big chieftain bosses, they can take longer to kill, but just 2 shots, 3 shots, that will do the trick. So this is definitely one of the very best weapons for sure. Very good against large groups of enemies gathered together. Just shoot them, destroy them. It's like the delete all weapon. Close range, far range, and it has some pretty good ammo. It fires shot by shot as well, because for instance some guns take like 3 ammo at a time, but no, this is or 5 ammo at a time. But no, this has pretty good ammo and one of the best, honestly. Now another one that's really good, like the other one was probably like top 2 best, or it's subjective at this point, but honestly this is the other really good weapon. The weapon previously, I really like to get it, like in the best. If you could get that other weapon plus this weapon, you're really golden. So this weapon, it's a bit more trickier to use because it has the disruptor, the calcine disruptor, and again one of the pulse carbine. So you can see the pattern. Nearly all of the best weapons have pulse carbine or the heat wave. So look at it, just you can take out groups of enemies. It'll shock them, it'll stun them. Groups of enemies, just even if you miss, just the area of effect damage will shock them, will kill them, eliminate them. This is definitely one of the best weapons. Like, it's just so fun to use. Like, just the kinetics of it. It has good ammo, so I need to reload there, but it has good ammo. Look, I only use 4%. So pretty good. Single enemies, they'll get stunned. Groups of enemies, they'll get stunned. It's less of a delete all weapon like the other one right before, but it's still really good against groups of enemies, really fun. And one of the downsides of it, however, is that you have to be very careful because you can kill yourself with it on accident. If it's like the Calcine Disruptor has area of effect damage. That means if you stand too close to the bullets, or if you shoot an enemy and he runs at you, you will probably take damage, and you do take a lot of damage because it deals a lot of damage. So definitely you want to put distance between your enemy and you. You need speed. Remember, upgrade your stuff. So once you get to speed, you'll be able to run backwards. Keep running backwards or forwards wherever you're going. Shoot. And be very, very careful. You'll still do that vampirism if you have the health stuff. This is not only one of the best ones, but just in terms of funnest ones. So these weapons are all pretty fun. I recommend getting them, and if you have 2 of them, that's better. Sometimes it'll take you a while to get them, so keep in mind, once you see this weapon, get it. Reroll the weapon once you have enough points, and re-roll it with your secondary, the weakest weapon. Always re-roll the weakest weapon. And just try to get these weapons. Once you get them, you can just, try to use them correctly. Remember to keep the movement on, help teammates and all of that, and you'll be pretty good to go. And remember, ammo up your weapons. So hopefully you found this helpful, this list. It's, yeah, I had to play a few games to be able to know which ones were good. These are definitely the best. Keep your old weapon until you upgrade your stuff, and then you can get your new weapons that's on the list here. It might take you a while to get it, but just, kill and get more points and then reroll. Once you have these, keep them. They're like the best. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this helpful, and these are definitely the best. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.